Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Let's Play series. Last episode, we conquered the end and made this awesome Enderman XP farm. But today, we're going to take on the task of building a mob farm, all while trying to make it look as nice as possible. Now, I've been doing quite a bit of work between episodes. You may notice I'm missing quite a few levels, and that's because I've gone through and upgraded all of my armor and all of my tools. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's definitely going to do for now, and it does have mending, so I'm pretty happy with that. But getting on to today's project, there's a big reason that I actually want to make a mob farm, and that is gunpowder. Because, of course, we need this stuff to make rockets, and so far I can make 24. Brilliant. But we're not only going to get gunpowder from the farm, we're going to get rotten flesh, string, bones, probably a few witch drops and stuff, and all of that is going to come in super useful in our world. So, without further ado... Yep, I need to put my wings on. So, without further ado, it's time to find a spot to put today's build. Now, for reasons you'll find out later, I do want this to be kind of elevated in our village. So, I guess we've got over here. I mean, there's not really a lot of space to work with, and it's kind of blocked by the blacksmith. Got a big mountain in the background there. That's no good. No, there's quite a big gap in between these buildings, and this is fairly elevated over the village. Yeah, quite a lot of space. Quite a lot of trees in the way as well. Yeah, this could be a good spot, you know. Stupid cow. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a whole bunch of these planks and maybe just pillar up somewhere like here. And maybe we can get quite a good idea of the sight line in our village. Oh yeah, you can see it just sort of poking around behind the nether tower. And as you walk around, it should get revealed. Oh yeah, look at that. Well, it could be a nice spot, you know. I mean, this thing is probably going to be pretty tall. Maybe to about there or so. So we fill up this space behind here. You know what? I think that's the spot. Land on that. Oh, okay. Well, right, I'm just going to chop some trees, clear out the area. Oh, we got a lot of work to do today. All right, this should be enough space to build the farm itself. And the plan's going to be to make the farm first and then try and make it look good afterwards. Now, I guess I'll keep the pillar there as a reference. And we got to go check on our materials at the storage room. Because to build the farm that I want to do, I'm going to need a whole bunch of redstone. Oh, that's... not a lot. And I think a whole bunch of cobble. Yep, that's also not going to be enough. Oh boy. Right, it looks like I got quite a bit of resource gathering to do. Yeah, but that's all right. Just got to clear out my inventory, say hello to No Name, who will be named later. And I think it's a trip down to the mines for me. So I guess second time lapse already this episode? Or we're making progress. All right, I'd say that was a pretty successful mining trip. I mean, I didn't spend too long, but I got a full inventory. Got a bunch more redstone, a few more diamonds, bit of gold, and of course, some more blocks to build the farm with. Now, I just got to head back to base and craft up all the components that I'm going to need. All right, I've had to go caving for some iron, because apparently I don't have enough. And we found our first mine shaft of the series, so I thought I'd bring you back for that one. Get out of here, Enderman. Oh, my... Oh, okay, we're quite low. We're quite low. Oh, oh my god. Oh, there is just mobs everywhere in this cave. I mean, this only seems fair. I am going to be farming them later. Just get me into this mine shaft. Right. I mean, I kind of think we'd explore it together, seeing as well we've not found one in this series yet. And these can occasionally have some pretty good loot, right? Not that we need too much after all our upgrades. I mean, this mine shaft does kind of suck at the moment, though. Come on, just give me one loot chest. I'm not asking for much. Like, all I'm getting is dead ends. So, yeah, but I am getting iron. Oh, loot chest. That's protection 1. Oh, man. I guess I'll take the rails. And the redstone and the coal. Oh, brilliant. Oh, okay. No, this is bad. 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 Please leave me alone. There's a spawner there. Okay, just run away. Just run away. Just run away. Oh man, I hate cave spiders. Right, another stack of iron and some other cool mob drops. I'm gonna get out here and get back to crafting. All right, this should be everything that we're gonna need to build this farm. So let's go build it. And here we are. Mob farm complete. Well, kinda. As you can see, this thing, well, it's a bit of an eyesore, isn't it? Oh, wow. You can also see up there, I've got a little AFK platform, which we'll be checking out pretty shortly. But even though the mob farm should be working, you can still see there's a whole lot of work to do here, because goddamn, that thing is ugly. But I think before we start trying to make this thing look a little bit nicer, well, we should probably try and give it a go. Now, with this thing working, the farm should be doing some water thing. I guess we'll free cam at this point. Oh, yeah, water's running, and then it should turn off. Please. Yep, something looks wrong here. Maybe I got to right click that one. Boom. And now we'll see if it turns off by itself. Oh, yeah, there we go. And back on. Perfect. I just got to get up here and land, pop in, close the door, and just stand here. And hopefully we'll get lots of mob drops. Let's find out. And about 1 hour later, it's time to see what we got. It's got to carefully fly down here and land. And here we are, the moment of truth. Boom. Hey, that's pretty good. Yes. All right. Just going to dump a bunch of my stuff here. And I guess I'm going to grab all the gunpowder. How much we got? Well, that's like almost 9 stacks. Or I'll take that, you know. I'm going to fly to the sugarcane farm, get a whole bunch of this. And now, paper, rockets. Oh, here we go. You know what? I've actually got more paper down here. Oh, man, this is just so many rockets. Right, I think I'm going to keep them in here. Now we've actually got a rocket box. And you know what? Let's name it as well. But I suppose now's a good time to talk about what I actually want to build today. Because, of course, we have our big, ugly mob farm. But we need to surround it in something. And I'm thinking, what about some sort of fort kind of thing? Or maybe some kind of castle? I don't know. I probably have to decide that as I'm building it. But I do need to think about what I want to build it out of. I do kind of want to try and keep it on theme with the rest of the village. I'm using quite a lot of stone, a lot of mossy cobble. So I think I'm going to take that as the base. But of course, we use the vast majority of our cobble building that thing. And I think that's what I want to start off with. And you know what? I don't really fancy going mining. I think there's a more fun way we could do this. Just going to have to grab myself a little bit of sand. And I'm sure you've all guessed it. Boom. Bam. A stack of TNT. Yo. Right, let me just grab my flint and steel and we'll head down to the mines. I think I'll stop here at the iron level. All right, we'll just head down here. Seems like as good a spot as any. And just start placing this down, I suppose. All right, here we go. Hopefully this is going to give us a lot of cobble. Please work, please work, please work. Oh, yeah, it was going. Yeah. Oh, man. It was actually pretty good, you know. A little bit of iron as well. Why not? And how much cobble did that get us? I mean, that's not very much, but I suppose it's a start. I'll place it every 2 this time, see if it makes a difference. Here we go. Stand back this time. Okay. I mean, at this point, I'm wondering, is it just blowing up the cobblestone? Judging by this, quite possibly. Maybe I just got to do it one by one. Look at the state of this place. Oh, wow. Oh, we didn't even use it all. I'll tell you what, I got all this TNT. Let's just make a massive, I don't know, TNT monstrosity. And, okay. This could be a bad idea. This could be a bad idea. Oh my god. Yo, more blocks. Okay, that might be in a waste of TNT, but I don't know. That was kind of fun. But hopefully that's enough cobble to be getting on with. But first, I think I want to tackle the train out the front here. As you can see, we've got quite a sheer cliff here, which does look pretty nice. But I would like to try and blend this side into this bit here, just so that we can have a nice pathway to the mob farm. And thankfully, I got a whole bunch of dirt here, so this shouldn't be too bad, I hope. I'm just going to try and make the sort of skeleton for the terrain that I should be able to fill in. Some of this is going to have to go though, unfortunately. Sorry, tree. But yeah, you can kind of see the principle here. All I've got to do is just carry this skeleton on, and then of course fill it in like this. And with a little bit of editing magic, whoa, we have got the whole thing all terraformed. And if we take a fly up here, you should see this thing's looking a whole lot smoother now. So eventually we can have a pathway through here, which can lead up to our build. But with this bit out the way, it's time to grab our cobblestone and start trying to plan out this build. Now in here is the entrance to the mob loot. So I think here's going to be the entryway to the actual build, seeing as this is what we're going to want to access the most. So I have a 5 wide entrance, maybe with a couple of towers, which I'll mark out with these 3x3s. Then with a building come across like this. Got to bring it back a little bit. I'm not really too sure what I'm doing. Right, you know what? Just get me down here, please. Oh, okay. Floor plan done. Yeah, that transition probably wasn't worth my first death of the series, was it? Oh, and I've just realized my shovel had Curse of Vanishing. Oh, man. Oh, well. But at least we can take a little look at my floor plan now. This is probably subject to change, but you can see from a full-on top-down view that I've actually got the mob farm covered. Next up, there's actually going to be figuring out the height of these things. And this is where we're going to get a real idea of how this thing's going to look. I think for now, I'm just going to do all of this out of cobblestone. And then once I'm happy with the shape, I can come back and texture it. Not to mention all the details I want to add as well. So I have 2 towers like this. This bit will come up a little bit lower, maybe to like there. We'll knock out an entryway. And I've got these buildings on the side as well. They'll come along like this. I suppose we'll do a little bit of this together, just so you can get an idea of how I'm going to work this all out. I am kind of just freestyling this one, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. And it's kind of building up my outline bit by bit, and in a minute we'll just take a little step back and see how we're doing. Man, this project's a lot bigger than I anticipated. Oh boy. All right, let's have a little free cam. And yeah, you can kind of see it starting to take shape. We're still seeing a lot of this deep slate though on the front, so we definitely need to come come up higher. I don't really want to be seeing any of that. So now I know I've got to come up here and maybe add another little outline on the front that comes across like this to about here, I think. Then to start building this one up as well. And yeah, basically just keep doing this until the whole mob farm is covered. Just trying to make lots of different size shapes and making sure they have a little bit of height variation as well. So yeah, I'm going to get this boring block placing done and then I can show you what I got. And a whole bunch of block placing later, I've got some sort of rough structure here now. Suppose we're going to take a little fly away and the big reveal. Boom. A huge mess of cobblestone. But you can see it's starting to take shape a little bit now. I think I've definitely underestimated the scale of this thing. I'm pretty sure the episode's going to be late at this point, but hopefully it should be worth it. You can see here I've done all the sides, including the back, and also this side as well. And I kind of think this one's my favorite. There's a lot of nice height variation here. But yeah, I don't actually think I want any of this to be cobblestone, which is an epiphany I've had while just placing all that cobblestone. But at this point, I think we should start talking about texturing. And because this thing is so massive, I don't think I want to do anything too crazy. I'm going to try and keep it reasonably simple because I think that's going to match the sort of aesthetic that we got going on in this village. Oh, that's not a lot of andesite. But yeah, everything in this village isn't crazy detailed. Obviously, we've got a bit of texturing going on around here, though this is kind of messy, right? These houses are kind of rustic. And I was kind of thinking that we did maybe a sort of more structured texturing here, seeing as well at this point, this is pretty much a castle now, I suppose. I mean, how rustic would this thing really be? So I kind of want to try knocking out the corners here and replacing it with stone bricks. We'll do the same on this side as well. Then if I knock out the middle, replace this with a little bit of smooth stone and some andesite. Boom. It's quite nice. Not really sure about those stone bricks though. I mean, maybe in some places it'd be quite nice. Now, a block that I never really use very much requires me to smelt some of this. In you go. And get some of this smooth stone. I think I might crush some of this into some slabs. I might grab some of this polished andesite as well. That might come in handy. But yeah, let's replace these stone bricks with this. Maybe these in between? Yeah, I don't hate it. Obviously, there's still loads of details and stuff to go on here, so I just want to try it in a few more spaces. And yeah, that does kind of look pretty cool. I do need to get this fully right before I change the entire structure. So just to be sure, I think I'm going to try some of this polished andesite as well and just replace that smooth stone. Ooh. Oh, I may prefer it. Oh, this is such an important decision. I think I'm just second guessing everything. Oh, I do kind of think it just fits better, you know? Oh, geez. Oh, yeah, it looks good in the shadies as well. All right, suppose I'll have stuff like windows in here. This one, for some reason, has to be a 2-wide window. Yep, okay, I think this could work. Maybe at the bottom here, we could have stone bricks as like a structure. Maybe that would match the andesite quite well. Nope, that looks just terrible. Goodbye, stone bricks. And yeah, I'm gonna have to dump off all of this stuff and start trying to collect a whole bunch of this andesite. I mean, it's gonna be a bit boring, but it's easy enough to collect. Oh, actually, before I go, yeah, I think that's pretty good from a distance. Just gotta cover the whole rest of the thing. Okay, I go get andesite now. Yay, this is fun. And, well, after more time than I care to admit, this thing is starting to come along quite nicely. All the texturing is done, all the way around this whole thing. Oh, man. Ow. Oh, God. But this thing is still looking like a complete stony mess. And I think to combat this, we need to start bringing in some of the other colors that we're using in our village. Now, if we take a walk through here, you can see we're using a lot of wood and, of course, all the orange roofs as well. So I think next up, we're going to have to start getting some wood in here. And we should have quite a bit of this in the storage room. Oh, yeah, nice bit of spruce. We'll get some stairs, some slabs, a few trapdoors as well. And I might grab this oak too. I mean, I don't have a whole bunch of this stuff, but it'll be all right for trying to figure some things out. I think we'll just pop onto this building here. I'm going to start trying to add some of these wooden support things. So just come up like this and strip them. We'll get some oak in the middle. I think what I actually might do, bring these spruce pillars out one, just like this, and just do the same on this side. A bit more oak, stairs in there. And is this giving us a little bit more interest? Yes. Let's maybe try to get a little bit more detail in at the top here as well. I guess like this. And yeah, that's looking pretty cool. A little bit awkward because it's like a 4-wide spot. Probably a mistake on my part, but I can't be bothered to rebuild it. So, but yeah, that's looking pretty nice. Now, if we fly around here, there's going to be a few spots that these wooden parts are going to go, but I don't think it's going to fit everywhere. I think maybe we could work on this roof here now. And for that, I'm going to need a little bit of red sand, which I'm pretty sure I've got in the storage room. Come on. Yes, loads of this stuff. Let me just land. Ouch. And I think if I come up something like this, and actually, now I'm thinking about it, I need to put kind of a roof trim on this thing. Maybe some upside down stairs, then full block in the middle. There we go. Kind of hard to see with this spruce wood in the way. But I think also, let's try throw some slabs in here as well. And try and get a good view by getting rid of this horrible, horrible spruce scaffolding. Not too sure why I'm not actually just using my scaffolding blocks, but yeah, I think that looks pretty nice. Now, we have been using full blocks on the roof of all our houses, but this castle is on a little bit of a smaller scale. So I think we could get away with using some stairs. Right, I'm gonna run some stairs along here. Hopefully this doesn't look stupid, or I think this might actually look cool, you know. And you know what? For good measure, let's chuck some walls on top of this polished andesite. Boom, 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 boom. And yeah, that is looking so cool. Yo, okay. I do feel like maybe get some more slabs running along here. Oh yeah, that kind of gets rid of that flat edge. And now I look at it again, not too sure about these slabs here. Get rid of these, maybe replace them with these walls. And yeah, I can hear that wandering trader. Brilliant. One wall short, but I think that looks really nice, you know? So places that we can do wood, want to try and do roofs like we got on the houses, maybe just on a slightly smaller scale. And then anywhere we can't, we roll with this sort of medieval style roof. Not to mention stuff like the tower roofs as well. Probably gonna have quite a few of those. But let's see what this guy wants. He appears to have gone invisible. Looks boring. Please leave. You're not welcome at this mob farm castle fort thing. And you know what? Keep the leads as well. You know what? Before I go do some resource gathering, I'll take a little step back. And yes, I'm liking that. Even though we just detailed this little bit here, it is kind of standing out, isn't it? But yeah, I'm going to get back to work and then we can do a little progress update. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to do a progress update. Moron. But as you can see, I've made quite a bit of progress here. Obviously still a whole load more to do, but I wanted to get the basic premise of this front portion done, just because it shows off all the elements that I want to include, being like the towers, the wooden structure, we got the orange roof, I got this sort of castle trim running around here, just like we have on this section. One thing I think I might do is actually change out this deep slate roof and make it the red sandstone. I was kind of worried it might blend in with the back there, but I don't know, I'll probably decide that later. But yeah, you can see here I've also expanded our texturing to include some tough and some mossy cobble. Kind of just testing this out for now. Not too sure if I'm going to keep it. All right, I'm going to need to farm some more moss to actually make the mossy cobble itself. But luckily, we got a whole load of bones now, which we can make into bone meal. Suppose I'll make myself a diamond hoe. I think I've been farming this down here, right? Oh, yeah, this is the spot. So yeah, I'm going to start collecting up a whole bunch of this stuff and be making some more progress on our build. And I know this is probably a bit of a progress update sort of video, but I don't know, that's just kind of how it is with one big project. Okay, see you soon. And a whole bunch of time later, I can't believe this has taken so long, I've made a whole bunch of progress. I've managed to get the majority of the roof filled in, going all the way around this thing. And I've also done the back as well, kind of. I think that'll probably remain as it is. No one's looking at the back anyway. But there is still quite a lot to do here. You can see up here, I've started adding some windows in, trying to add a little bit more texture as well. So yeah, I've still got loads of that stuff to do around the castle. Not to mention trying to texture up this orange roof as well. As you can see on this one, we've got some acacia and some orange terracotta. Probably not meant to use that because we can't make stairs out of it. Mojang, please, I beg. But I can definitely try to get some acacia in there. Maybe get some shady spots going on. I'm not the best at texturing, but I'm trying my best. I also want to try to get some other details in this thing as well. One thing I have noticed is I'm not really feeling these glass panes. So I do want to get rid of these and replace them with, let me just grab this iron, and I'm sure you've all guessed it, iron bars. I think these are going to fit the castle theme a little bit better. Try chucking some of these in. And yeah, I think that's a lot nicer vibe. I mean, the glass kind of works on the wooden part, so I might keep it there. But yeah, for the stone bits, I think we're going to rock these iron bars. I mean, is it going to work in this bit? This is a bit of an awkward spot. Yeah, that kind of works. It'll do. So yeah, next step's finding a bunch of spots for these sort of windows. I mean, just places like this seem pretty good. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, we got a zombie friend. Oh god, there's so many mobs in here. I need to light this thing up. That's going to ruin the efficiency of our farm. But yeah, you can see already windows making a huge difference. So I'm going to go around and sort all that stuff out. And then once I've done all that, we need to come back and work on the top here. I mean, I'm not really too sure if this thing feels like the peak or if we need something else above it as well. I think from the front angle, I'm not too sure. But when you come to this side, definitely feels like we should have something there, right? But yeah, again, this is the main angle that we're going to be seeing this thing from, so I'm going to have to think about that while I'm placing in all these windows. Okay, see you in a bit. And we are back with another update. I'm just repairing my elytra. Man, I love this Enderman farm. Oh, it's glorious. But if we take a fly back home, just got to nip through this portal. Ouch. And yeah, you can see I've made a whole bunch more progress here. Of course, that's the whole point of me bringing you back. It's actually the next day in real life for me now, so gonna have to try and remember what I actually did between clips. But yeah, you can see I've done a whole bunch more texturing. I've also switched out these tower roofs and this one at the top as well, just all to orange, and I'm pretty sure I prefer it. Though again, that may be subject to change. That is kind of what happens when you don't plan a build for a video. But yeah, I got a few more of these iron bar windows in. What I've also done is a little bit more planning on top here and also onto this side, so I'm going to explain what I want to do there. Up here, I think I'm going to have a more of a castle-y flat tower with maybe this sort of trim around the edge and possibly try to get a flag on top. Then here, I think like a little archway with another little mini tower there, because I think that's going to balance it out once I build what I want to build on this side. And that I think is like a little bridge here and then a big old tower that goes all the way down. Either that or I'll build up the terrain on this side. Maybe make a little stone cliff or something. Yeah, because that might be a little bit too big otherwise. So yeah, I think I'll build up the terrain here. I mean, how big a job would this be? Yeah, kind of big. Oh boy. Oh, this project just keeps getting bigger and bigger. But I did also want to fly down here. This is where we land when we come in via boat. And I just want to take a look at the castle from here because I think that's looking pretty nice, you know. Hopefully that tower won't spoil the view, but I think it should be okay. I also thought we'd take another look at the view walking through the village as well. So if I come up round here, we should start getting peaks of it. Yes, just through the trees there. And then as we walk around here, you can see quite a lot of it coming over the nether portal house. And yeah, as you get closer, just more and more of it reveals. So I'm super happy with that. We need to make sure I'm strategic with all the tree placement. But yeah, I'm going to get working on this part here. Then also this extra side tower and all the terrain. Though I probably am going to have to take a little trip back down to the mines and start digging out a bit more smooth stone. Okay, bye. And guys, I'm going to say this thing is getting pretty close to finished. I am starting to become pretty happy with how this is turning out. I really think this addition on the side has made such a huge difference though. So I'm really glad I've done that. And you know what? The bit at the top is looking pretty nice as well. I did try to do a flag up there. And yeah, I think I'm just going to leave that one because oh my, that thing looked horrible. But at this point, I'd say the structure's all done. There is of course some things we need to work on the outside though. Like of course connecting up a path, which should be pretty straightforward. And I'm kind of toying with the idea of putting some course dirt out the front here or maybe some moss. So we do have moss outside some of our buildings, like over on the nether house. Yeah, we got the enchanting tree as well. So maybe that's the way to go. Make it all mossy. Yep, I think we'll go with that. I can't actually find any moss though, so might have to nip back to that cave. Pretty sure I left some in here. Yeah, thank you. What? Oh, that was actually so cool. Anyway, let's just give this a go together. I don't see why it wouldn't work, but it's going to start spreading some of this around. We'll just have a little bit of it out the front. Now, does this look good? Ooh. Yeah, I do actually think I like that. Plus, it's also going to save me a whole bunch of work not having to place coarse dirt down. So it's easy and it looks good. What is not to love about this situation? Okay, yes, yes. Let me just actually get the path looking proper. I mean, at some point, I do want to upgrade all the paths in the village, just so they're not this path block. I mean, it does look nice, but I do want to start leveling up the detail in this build at some point. Kind of something I'm considering for next episode. But let's start getting our spruce slabs in, mainly for covering up these horrible holes. Plus, it's nicer to walk up, right? Oh yeah, that's looking good. I also do want to sort out this sort of courtyard area, because this is, of course, the entrance to our loot. So this is all going to need digging out. And I kind of think this might be where I actually put coarse dirt, you know? So let's get all of this dug out the way. Well, I'm also going to need to sort out these walls as well, aren't I? This all needs to come down. All right, good as new. Now to grab myself some coarse dirt. Now, I think I got some gravel in the storage room. Well, I hope so at least. Please, come on. Gravel. Yes. Right, 4 stacks. That should be enough. So let's pop back and fill in this floor. Nice, all right, this is looking a lot tidier now. We do kind of need to sort out this room, though. We don't have a lot of space to work with here, so... Oh, okay, you can see already... There's not a lot of space to work with, but still, let's just make it nice and accessible at least. I think for the most part, I'm going to save in here for the village upgrade episode. So I'll tell you what, though, make sure it's actually lit up, because we don't want mobs spawning down here. So that will completely ruin the rates of our farm. I think maybe it might be nice to get a little bit of moss in here, just in a couple of patches. Boom. And I've still forgotten that wall from about, I don't know, it's probably about 5 days in real life for me now. There we go. Boom, boom. Please, not today, creepers or zombies. Oh, he's still alive. There we go. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to call this project good. Of course, there's still a lot of work to do at the front here. But yeah, like I said, I want to do a big village upgrade video at some point. I'm planning to do that one next. But who knows, something else might take my fancy. But yeah, let's take one nice fly back. Come and view it from the blacksmith. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, I'm so happy. Considering I went in with no plan for this build, I do think it's come out pretty well. Probably is some things I changed with the structure, but I mean, this is survival. It's meant to be a chill series. So yeah, I think I'm happy. All I've got to do now is just clear up all my mess. Yeah, probably just let all that despawn. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. A whole bunch of work went into it. So if you did, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll leave you with a couple of nice shots of today's build. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.